Hi and welcome back. Listbuilding-secrets.com, how to generate massive profits with list building. This is Jim Abernethy and we're on free training video number 10, how to build a website in less than 4 hours even if you're a complete internet novice. And we're on part 8. Today we're doing the final touches on our web page, then we're going to upload it to the web. Cool stuff, okay? Here's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're going to add some finishing touches to our squeeze page, such as we need to ensure that our image links are set with URL relative to page location. I'll explain that to you as soon as we get into Composer. Then we're going to add a background color to our squeeze page just to give it a bit of definition sitting inside a web browser. We need to save our page as an index page, and I'm going to explain the reason why we need to do that. Then we're going to use FileZilla to upload our page and get it live on the internet. Okay, so let's go straight back to Composer where the last video left off, and we'll take it from there. So I'm going to shoot over there now. So here we are in Composer. This is where we got to last time. We've now got our headline, sub-headline in here. So it was a benefit with a promise. Then we had more benefits here that we were offering to the visitor of our web page. We had inserted an image showing them an ebook that they would get simply for leaving us their name and email. We encouraged them and called them to action with our claim your free copy today. And then in the last video we went over to Aweber, we got our form code and we've inserted that into our page. So our page is 95% ready to go. There's just a couple of wee things we need to do. The first thing we need to do is check that our image is stored in the right location. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this image here, then we're going to go up to this icon here which is image. Let's click that and check that our file address here is correct. So we've stored it. We browsed for this, didn't we? We browsed for it here and we found it inside of a folder. We'll just cancel that, and it came back with this file path. Images, which was the folder we created, /work-at-home-ebook.png. So that is the correct file path. The thing we need to do here is make sure that this box here is checked. URL is relative to page location. What that's telling the browser is go searching for this URL in the same location that you found the web address. Okay? The web address will have a folder in it called images, and inside that folder will be this file here. So long as that is checked, all is well. We have to make sure that is done. So it is. Let's click OK. Move on to our next step. Now we want to add a background color to our squeeze page. So here we have the exterior or the outside of our table, don't we? Outside of that is white, inside of that is white. If I save this, then I go across and browse this page, I can show it to you a bit more clearly. Right, so here it is, our web page as it's going to appear on the internet. This is being shown up on a browser, but it is not live yet. It is being displayed off our desktop. Now the page looks pretty good. Everything looks reasonably in order here. One thing that I find that's missing though is it's got no real definition. All this white just flows out, so there's nothing that brings the page or makes the print come more into view for us. So what we need to do there is we need to go back and we need to add a bit of background. So let's do that. We're going to go here to Format, going to scroll down here to Page Colors and Background. We'll click on that. Next we want to check this radio button here, Use Custom Colors, make sure that's checked. Then we'll go down to Background and click on that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a light grey color here. I find that I might actually make it a little bit darker. I think that if you get too dark with this, it can really push the page all out of focus. Let's try a darker color first, see what that looks like. So I've just clicked on that, see how it's filled this with the color. Let's go OK. Then we'll go OK again. There you are. It's filled it with quite a strong grey colour there. Now, it may look alright. I'm going to save that. We'll go back across to our browser window and we'll have a look and see what that looks like. So we click refresh. Okay, that's not too bad. It's quite strong, and personally I don't really like it. I would like a slightly lighter colour. You may like it. You can go into Composer and just check out these colours and try them for yourself. All you have to do is try a new colour, save the page, then come back and refresh this, and you can quickly see it. I'm going to shoot back there. I'm going to try a slightly lighter shade. So we'll go again, Format, Page Colors and Background. Make sure that's checked. Hit the background button. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to put perhaps this color. Yeah, that's quite a light grey. I don't actually mind that. I'll click OK. Then click OK again. And see how this is lightened up a wee bit. I'll save the page. Then we'll go back to our browser and click refresh. Yeah, that looks a wee bit better to me. So that brings the white out in the page and allows all this font to come out and be easily read by us, doesn't it? Our eyes don't wander off the page because this defines the edge of it. So I'm reasonably happy with that. Like I say, you're welcome to play around with this, tweak it, test it as much as you like so that you can get it looking exactly how you want it to look. For me, that's good enough for this page for now. Now, we've got one last thing that we need to do on that page. Well, sorry, there's two things, but on the page itself, we need to rename the page, okay? So, at the moment, we've got it called Practice Page. We're going to go here to Format, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this How to Earn a Full-Time Living Online from, I'm going to abbreviate this a bit. I'm going to call it How to Earn a Full-Time Living Online from the Comfort of Home. That's what I'll do. So, Format, we'll go down here to Page Title and Properties, and we'll just backspace that. How to earn, what did we say? How to earn a full-time living, sorry, my spelling's not too good there, is it? Full-time living online from comfort of home. Exclamation mark. That looks pretty good. So then we'll click OK, and here we are, up here, see, it's changed the name of the page there. So we'll just save that. Now, there's one last thing that we need to do before we go live, and I need to give a bit of an explanation here. Okay, what I'm going to do, show you how to rename this page as our index page. Now, there's a reason that we need to name it that, and I'm going to explain it. An index page is the default page that a web browser will search for. So if you have your site, well, our site is called workfromhomesolutions.info. Now, if we don't have anything after our file, after our domain name, the web browser will go out and search on that, search for that. If it can't find any other page, it will look for a page called index.html or index.php. Now, it's the default page that any web browser will search for. So let me show you how to do this so that you can see it in a word picture. What we're going to do, at the moment, you'll see here, this is the file name of our page. It's called practice-page.html. Okay? What we want to do is we want to save this page as. So we go to File, Save As, then we're going to backspace that and go Index. Now it's going to save it. See here, Save As Type HTML files. So we're just going to click OK or click Save. Now, if we look back up here, the file is now called index.html. And if we go over to that folder, remember that was our desktop folder. I've got it sitting open here. So now we've got our practice page, which is what we were just on, and we've also got an index page, and that is the actual file name for that is index.html. Now if I double click that, well actually that page is open right here. Okay, so in effect we've now got our page all ready to be uploaded to the internet. Okay, we've got an index.html file, so that is our default page that the web browser will search for. So now what we're going to do, we've saved our page. We're now going to minimize Composer. We'll minimize this. This is our practice page here, which is still showing up. We actually don't need that anymore. So now I'm going to go back over to my desktop and I'm going to open up FileZilla. Remember, this is the FTP client that we downloaded here onto our desktop, and then we set a shortcut up for it so that when we were ready to do this, it was all set up and ready to go. So I'm going to double click that. There we are. We are now in the interface of our FTP client. So let me just take you for a very quick tour of how this all works. Here, there's some information that we're going to have to enter. So we've got host, then we've got username, then we're going to have to enter a password. We don't have to worry about this port here, and then we're going to hit Quick Connect. Now this information that we're entering up here came from the email that our web host sent us. Remember, I told you you'll receive an email with your account information on it. Do not delete it because it's very important. Well, this is what I was referring to. This is where we need that information. Okay, so we're going to grab that in a moment. Now I'm going to show you the two parts of the FTP client. So on the left hand side, we've got what's called our local site. So see right here, this is my desktop. Okay, I can actually see the files that are sitting on my desktop from this side of it. And here are the files. So here's my work at home folder, remember, that we created. There's the Composer that we downloaded and FileZilla that we downloaded. So these are all the files that are sitting on my desktop. Okay? On the right hand side, we've got the remote site, which is our live website that's sitting out there, or going to sit out there, on our hosting account. Okay? So once we connect, you'll see these are empty at the moment, but you'll see they will load up with some files, any files that are sitting out there live at the moment. Okay? So the first thing that we want to do is we want to actually connect to our web host. So we're going to go back to that email. I've already got it sitting open here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this here, which is my domain name. So we'll Control C, we'll copy that, we'll go back to FileZilla, and in the host, when we enter our domain name in here, it needs to start with these three letters, FTP, which stands for File Transfer Protocol, then dot, so we go FTP dot, then paste in our domain name, Control V, go right back to the beginning of that. Now we've got FTP dot work dash at dash home dash solutions dot info. Okay? Then we go to the next one, which is our username. So we'll go back to our email. In this case, it is Jimmy Ab. Okay? So I'm just going to go over there. I'm going to type that. Jimmy. Okay, there's my username. Then I'm going to tab across to my password. I'm going to go back to my email, and I'm going to grab my password here, which for you will be blurred out, obviously for privacy reasons. Control C. We'll go back over to FileZilla. We're going to paste that password right in there. Control V. Now we're ready to connect. And what's going to happen when I hit the connect button, you'll see a whole lot of activity going on here that will start scrolling up. And it's going to end up with hopefully saying directory listing successful. Once that happens, we know that we're connected to our remote site. So let's hit Quick Connect and watch what happens. Here we go. It's out there. It's doing its thing. And there we are. Look, it says status directory listing successful. Now, if we come back over here and look what's happened, there are some files or some folders showing up here on our remote site. Okay, so it has gone out and found the files or folders that actually exist on our remote site right at the moment. Now let's firstly go to our local site, Then we're going to click on the folder that we created with our files in it. Remember, work at home, we'll double click that. Now, here it's sitting inside that folder is our index.html file and our images folder. Those are going to be the two things that we upload. We're going to bring them across and we're going to place them over here. For now, what I want to do is I want to take you to the web browser. So I'm going to open another one up there. And in that, I'm going to type the address of our site just so that you can see what actually exists there live at the moment. So it always starts with http:// work. Then I'm going to put /index.html. Let's see if there's a file that actually exists, or what exists, what happens when we do that. So we're going to click enter. Okay, see? Now at the moment, it's telling me that there's no page there because we haven't uploaded any files yet, have we? So we get this error 404 page not found because nothing actually exists there. Right, this is where the magic happens. Now we're going to go back to FileZilla. We check that this here, the directory listing is successful, is still alive. If it is said disconnected from server, we would simply go here and click refresh. Let's do that. Right. Before we can upload, we need to go to the right here and we need to go down under file name and find this folder here, public_html. We want to click on that, double click that, and it has opened up, and now we're seeing a folder called CGI-bin. That's all there is in this folder at the moment. So now we're going to drag this file across and into this folder. So what I'll do is you just click, hold, and drag, then drop. Okay, what it's doing is it's bringing that across. See this activity here, and there we are. We've got an index.html file here. Now we want to grab those images there, their whole images folder. We don't want to open it up, we want to keep it closed, and we're going to click, drag, and we're going to drop that into here as well. Okay, it's doing its thing here, and there we are, directory listing successful. Okay, so we now have this file, our index file, and our images folder uploaded to the internet. So it should be live. I'm going to refresh that one more time, and it's still telling me directory listing is successful. So I'm going to minimize this. Now I'm going to go back here and see this file name here. We're going to refresh that. Well, no, actually, I'll show you how you actually get that file name. So we'll go back to our FileZilla. What we want to do is we want to just click on that once, this index.html file. Then we want to right click that, and we're going to scroll down to here, copy URL to clipboard. Just click on that. Now we're going to go back to the file that we the notepad that we created, back over here in our work at home folder. Remember that? I called it site info. We're going to double click that and just open that up. Then we'll come down here a couple of lines, and we're going to paste from the clipboard. Control V. Now it's come up with this. Okay, so what we want to do is take that out of there. We're going to backspace that till it says index/index.html. Then we're going to come back to here and we're going to go just in front of the dot. We'll backspace that till we get to this here, // Then we want to go here and we want to take the F out of there and replace that with HT, so that we've got this http:// workathomesolutions.info/index.html. That is actually the full URL for our website. So we're going to copy that, Control C, we're going to go back over to our browser and we're going to paste that into there, Control V, then we're going to hit enter. Now watch what happens. Look at that, folks. There you are. Now you've got an actual live site. That page there is no longer just sitting on a browser off our desktop. That is actually coming from this site right here, workathomesolutions.info, and it's the index.html page. So you actually have a live squeeze page up and running. How good is that? Okay? Even if you have been an internet newbie, if you've watched all these videos, you will be able to create a page exactly like this, and this within days. Now I can create these sorts of pages in about an hour these days, and I use templates so I can create them even faster, but that's great news, isn't it? We've now created a live web page. There's a couple more things that we want to do, not so much with the web page, but with our follow-up messages, and we want to get our free gift and be able to get that all live. There'll be a few more videos yet to complete the whole process, but that is the fourth step of our journey to online success. Okay, so that'll do it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to get our free giveaway gift and set up a download page. Okay, so we've now got our, go back here, we've got our squeeze page. We've got valuable information that people are looking for. They want to get a hold of this ebook in here. Now they're going to enter their name in here and their email, and they're going to hit the sign up now button, aren't they? Okay, what happens after that is they need to get our free giveaway gift, don't they? We need to get that giveaway gift, and we need to store it somewhere on the internet so that they can download it once they've signed up. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in our next video. I'm going to show you how to get that free giveaway gift, and then I'm going to show you how to set up a page with a link back to your gift so that once they've put their email in there, they will get an automatic page that gets to them and shows them how to download their gift. Okay? And then we're just about there. So hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video. I really hope you have. This is valuable teaching, folks. This has cost me a lot of money to learn. I love just sharing with you for free because I know that it's building some rapport between us, and that ultimately you may look at some of the products that I recommend to you and say, this guy wouldn't recommend this to me unless he actually thought it was worth going for. And that's how ultimately I'm going to make my profits online. I want to show you how to do exactly the same. Real cool. Okay, look, keep an eye out for emails that's coming from listbuilding-secrets.com or Jim Abernethy. I'll have the next video coming out to you in the next day or two, so keep your eyes open. Till then, practice up what you've learned here. Hope you get that squeeze page up and running. Once you do, it's really rewarding because then all you have to do is keep practicing that. You'll get better and better. You'll get that squeeze page looking like $1,000,000. Okay, really look forward to sharing with you on the next video. Until then, take care, and I'll talk again to you soon.